Because the Gambia is gathered at the Banjul International Airport to welcome athletic star Gina Bass and team from the Tokyo Olympic Games on Thursday morning. The West African nation was represented by 4 Olympians in the names of Gina, Ibrahima Kamara, Fainjai, Bora. Of course, let's have more details of that in this report by Juldenjai Suare.
The Gambia has been attending the Summer Games for more than 40 years now. In the 1960s, 70s and 80s, the country had a gallery of track and field athletes continuously being produced from schools and sports clubs. But the current ones in Japan and the London 2012 stand out as the most memorable, with Suaibu Sane and Gina Bass reaching the semi-finals of the men's and women's 100 meters respectively. Their achievement does not only serve as a celebration, but a reference point from where sporting must get it even better. The Minister of Youth and Sports, Bakari Baji, observed that for the country to be able to have more of these achievements in the future, there is need to improve in infrastructure and to produce more athletes to participate in different sporting disciplines. The aspect of scholarship need to be looked into.
It's like we always say, it's a journey that we are in. Before us, there have been people who have been there at the board, at the ministry level, at the GNOC, at the National Sport Council. And there have been athletes that have done great in the past. But moving forward under this government, we want to invest as much as possible in the area of sports development, and that also includes athletes. And so what we're looking up to is this badge that just came out from Tokyo. How do we ensure that we prepare them very well for the next games that are coming up, the All Africa Games, the Commonwealth Games, and then the next Olympics in 2023. But also we want to have more athletes coming on board, because there is no fixed number as to how many a country can take. It depends on how many athletes are able to meet the timing and qualify to go. So 4 athletes this time around. In the future, we want to have more people going, and in different disciplines, not just the athletics or the swimming or the judo, but other disciplines in the sport. And that means we have to improve on our infrastructure. We have to look for scholarships to support these athletes to go out and be in the high performance centers with very good coaches, so that they can be able to compete their colleagues in the sub-region and around the world.
For a very long time in this country, athletics and other less promoted sports have not attracted much of government funding as opposed to football. Dudu Kapijuf, president of the Gambia Athletics Associations, did not only call on the government to invest in sports, but also the private sector to join the promotion.
We need support. I'm not saying that government cannot do it all. Let the private sectors, private companies, individuals come in and help sport. Rather than criticizing, they are not doing. Sports in this country is in the right direction. Especially I can proudly say, it is during my time that we have team sport being African champion. Football is qualified to the African Cup of Nations. Gina Bass is an African champion.
Gina Bass, Gambia's most successful Olympian, said even though her target to reach the finals was not met, there has been a great improvement compared to her outing in 2016.
Well, my target was to be in the final, but I couldn't make it. But I really thank God for it, because I have broken my record. 2016, I couldn't reach in the semi-final, so it's a great improvement for me, because being in the semi-finals is not an easy work to do, and we have to prepare for 2024 in Paris Olympic coming. I hope I will reach in the final like what was my expectation.
The Olympic Games is the most prestigious, biggest and most world-renowned sporting event, far ahead of the World Cup and other international leagues. An Olympic medal, gold, silver or bronze, is an internal treasure for any athlete or country fortunate to win it. For iAfrica News, Juldenjai Suare.